everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Tor, and in today's video, we are jumping right into it. I am not one for long, intros, whatever. Today we are doing a review of my Celine Samorga organizers. So if you follow any bigger luxury YouTuber, especially one that focuses on handbags, you have probably definitely heard of Samorga. For those that are not familiar, Samorga is a Korean-based bag insert maker. They are one of the better ones, one of the most well-known ones, and they do it for a variety of bags. One of the things that makes Samorga different is that you can basically customize the organizers that you get. So each one, unless you buy one of the pre-made ones, but each one that you order is essentially custom made for your bag. You can pick the felt type. So all of them are made of felt. So there's like 1.2 millimeter, which is this one, which we'll get into a little bit. There's 2 millimeter, which is this one. And then I believe there may be even one that's a little bit bigger. So organizers, take them or leave them. Some people love them, some people hate them. I just started getting into them and I really like them. And we'll just be talking about the pros and cons, other options that you can pick, as well as specifically organizers for Celine bags. So essentially, Samorga is one of those brands that partners with a lot of different YouTubers. So they are pricey, which I'll get into in a sec, but there's always some sort of promo code, whether it just be like 10%, 20%, whatever it is. If you want an organizer for your bag and you want to try Samorga, just literally go to any of the YouTubers, Maria Dragonova, Jerusha Couture, or some other ones that I've gotten from Cassie Thorpe, I think even. They all get discount codes for Samorga, so you can always get a discount. I have never bought one full price. I only have two, but each of them I've gotten 20% on, so just, if you want one, just look around for that. But without further ado, let's get started. So I'll start with my organizer for my Celine luggage, my Nano Luggage. So obviously I've unboxed this one. If you are familiar with this channel, you've definitely seen it before. This is the Celine Nano Luggage in the color Pollen. One thing with Celine bags is the insides are all suede. So 100% suede lining, especially this one. It is a very, very light suede, which means that it is very prone to anything and everything. So one of the main reasons why I wanted to get an organizer was because I wanted to hold items in it that basically wouldn't either show indents in any place on the bag. I wanted to like sort of stay like this, but also I wanted to protect the interior from whether it be like hand sanitizer or dust or marking or anything, just in case, in case like I change my mind, eventually I want to sell it, I want it to be in as good a condition as possible. Before I got an organizer, I was using this like random Prada pouch that I had that I just like folded in and put it in there. It wasn't great, so I decided to invest in an organizer. So I decided to pick this yellow color. I picked the 2 millimeter felt. It has pockets, so there's one pocket here and one slip pocket here. They do have ones where it's just a sort of shell where you just put it in. It basically holds the shape of the bag, protects it, that's it. I wanted a little bit more, so I decided to pick this yellow color. So basically I'll do pros and cons. So pros, obviously it's really cute. You can pick a variety of colors. They have so many different colors, so you can constantly change the color of the interior of your bag. But also you can, if you have a black bag, it's really good to get a bright color so then you can see the inside of your bag. Some of my bags are literally like black hole. I throw things in there, I can't find them. Having a bright organizer will really help you find that. So one thing that's really nice is that they are custom made. So I have this one as well for my Celine Ava. I'll show you how it fits in a little bit. So it basically looks like this. This is in the 1.2 millimeter felt, and I got this very light green because I have this darker green Celine Ava, and I wanted to protect the inside. So this one is a dark green suede on the inside, and I wanted something a little bit lighter so I could see everything going in, but I decided to go with this light color. So it was really fun. There's a variety of colors to pick from. You can basically pick whatever color you want, whatever felt that you want. For this one, they only had it in the 1.2 millimeter, I think because it's a smaller bag, so they didn't want to obviously bulk it up. Another thing that's really nice is that you know it's gonna fit. So all of them are custom made specifically for the bags. If you go on there, they have all of the different designers, they have all of the different makes within the designer, so you know that the one that you're getting is made specifically for your bag style. It's not going to be roomy, it's not gonna like fling around within the bag. It's going to be perfect for the dimensions of the bag that you're buying for. which is nice because if you get one that's either too big, then obviously it may ruin the shape of your bag, but also if you get one that's maybe not big enough, it may room around and that won't be great either. So another nice thing is that these organizers, since they are so structured and they're made specifically for your bag, they help it keep its shape. That is not a problem with this bag, but it may be a problem with this bag. So this bag, I'm assuming it will slouch quite a bit. So I wanted to get an organizer that would help it sort of keep its shape. So one thing as well, especially with Celine, which I touched on before, is that it will protect the inside. So obviously everything will be caught in here, and you would rather the dust get caught in here than it would in obviously the inside of your bag. Not every brand obviously will use a full suede interior, which is very delicate to begin with. Way more delicate than a leather, although lambskin leather on the inside, you know, that's a whole situation. But most of the bags now, they either have like a cloth or whatever lining, which is fine, but having this is really good. Another pro is that if you have the same model in different colors and you want to wear the different colors sort of throughout the week, you can just move simply from one bag to the next without having to constantly take all your things. So that's really nice as well. Now, some cons. So Samorga organizers are not cheap. They are quite expensive for what you get, considering it is just felt. So this one, I believe, was around 36 Canadian dollars, and this one was 33, or vice versa. Obviously, I got like 20% off of that. However, that's not the problem. The problem is the shipping and the duties. So the shipping itself, this may be different for everywhere, but for Canada, it's $30 to ship from Korea to Vancouver. They use FedEx primarily, so $30 on top of a $30 thing, plus I had to pay an extra $10, or no, I had to pay $15 in duties. So I paid like 77 Canadian just for this, plus an extra 15 in duties, basically $90 for a felt organizer. And I mean, obviously, if you're purchasing this like caliber of bags, especially if you're buying like Chanel, Hermes, whatever, that is minute in terms of the scale of the price of the actual bag. And it would be like a very little in terms of investment to keep the bag nice. However, for felt, I'm just like $90 for this. Like, that's a lot. Like, that's a lot for an organizer. Sure, you can go on Amazon, you can get ones for like $20. Is it going to be as good? You know, no. But still, I was like, fuck, that's a lot of money for just a felt organizer. But I actually do love them. But you have to be sparing. If you don't have all the money in the world, be sparing about which bags you get it for. Not every bag will need one, but you know, just keep that in mind. Another one is the timeline. So all of them are custom made, so like made to order, unless you buy one that's already pre-made and then they have it on sale. But they take anywhere from 3 to 5 weeks to actually produce and arrive to you. And that is a long time. This one here took, I think it took 4 weeks to get sent to me, and I'm like, it's maybe like 4 pieces of felt just stitched together, and it took 4 weeks for this to be made and like arrive to me. So basically I was like, why is this taking so long? Like, what's the holdup? This one I think only took 3 weeks. It was a little bit better, but I was still like, wow, this is like a really long time to get an organizer. I don't know what their production looks like. I don't know if it's just like 1 people, 2 people, 3 people, whatever. But either way, I thought that was quite interesting. And also there's no returns. So if it doesn't fit, so for example, this one was made for the Triumph one. I obviously have the leather one for the Ava, and it doesn't fit as snugly as this one. It fits like a little bit loose. It's a little roomy. Not the end of the world, not the biggest deal. Don't even notice it, but something to keep in mind if it is like there is a defect. I don't know if you can return it. You may have to sell it, break it down, turn it into something else. I don't know. Either way, it is basically, you get it, you keep it, that's it. All right, so inserting them into the bags is fairly simple. Basically, open it, take it like this, squish it. Well, it's hard to do with one hand, but basically it just sits in like that. So basically you just make sure that all of the edges are lined up. There's no bubbling. And then for this one, just flip it over, flip it like that, as good as new. So it really does hold the structure of the bag nicely, which is nice. And it's this really nice bright pop on the inside. Now, this one is a little bit harder. I don't take the organizers out after each use. So flip it like this. And oh my god, am I going to be able to do this? Okay, just make sure it's all sitting nicely. Like the same thing, make sure all the seams are in, and make sure that it's roughly, that's good. So this one, I like that it's a little bit of a brighter color. It's a pop of color. There's one pocket there, 2 small pockets here. These honestly don't fit anything, so they're kind of pointless. I wish it was just like another big pocket, but I like to keep my wallet in there. It's actually quite nice. And then keeps all the inside nice, and it keeps the shape and everything. Everything's in there now. Nothing's bulging out, can't see anything. They do add a bit of weight to the bag, so that is one thing that you have to keep in mind. However, I still think they're worth it. So final thoughts, ending thoughts. The reason why I did this review was basically because when I was looking for Celine-based reviews for Samorga, I couldn't really find that many. I found maybe one, whereas there's so many for like Chanel, Louis Vuitton, whatever. In terms of final thoughts, do I recommend Samorga? Yes, I do recommend them. I do think they're worth it. They are expensive, however, they're made for your bags. You can pick the color. They're so customizable, and at the end of the day, if you're spending 2, 3, whatever thousand on a bag, getting an organizer is worth it. In my opinion, it'll protect the inside of the bag, and it'll just hold its shape better, and it'll basically have a longer longevity for the bag. Basically same as if you use a dust bag for the outside, using an organizer for the inside makes sense. I hope you enjoyed this video. Maybe one day Samorga will sponsor me, who knows? And I'll have my own code to give you, but definitely if you want to buy them, you can find them reduced. You can find them using discount codes from other YouTubers, so definitely look there first. And yeah, if you don't want Samorga, you can try other brands. I know there's one called like Zoomy or something. Looks very similar. They're all made in felt. Okay, so thank you for watching. If you like this video, if you like me, if you want to see more content, whatever, subscribe, like, do your damn thing in the comments, and I'll see you next time. Bye.